What's up, Ruthless Nation? Here we are. It is Friday evening, a little few days past Wednesday, but we are bringing you the first official points race of Season 2 here in the Ruthless GT Pro Series. And we got Monkey in the booth with us.
What's up, Stu?
What's happening, man? I'm getting over to this replay. I'm trying to make sure I get to the beginning of it.
Getting pretty excited to see this race.
Yeah.
Start of Season 2, the official start of Season 2 after the Clash.
That's right, and the Clash is what set our field here as we'll go ahead and get started here at Daytona. It'll be Snowman followed by Monkey. Rillo's sneaking in here to third, Rico in fourth, Cynical, Slick, Rick Slick, Cork, T-Dubs, Redneck, Titans, 29, and Chaos. 29? Is that Gillian's? Sure who it is right off.
I don't think Gillian's raced. No, it's probably B29. Oh, 29 is B29.
Yeah. That's right. Running for the 24 team today.
Yeah, nice full field here too. 12 cars. Start off the season.
That's right. 12 cars out here. Could have been 13 or 14 even. So pretty big field. Had a couple guys had to miss this race. And as we get started, 30 laps here. Monkey, what are you thinking about the strategy that we'll see from this field this evening?
I think we're going to see a mix of guys trying to go all out and pit every 8 laps, and I think we're going to see some people trying to make it 10 laps and just do 2 pits. It's going to be interesting. There's not too much of a difference between the two. You need to run about second and a half faster if you want to run it on, if you want to do pit every 8 laps.
All right, the 5 and the 6, the Snowman and Monkey have kind of jumped out to a good lead here, sort of bump drafting down the backstretch into the hard bus stop turn here at Daytona Road Course. Cork, though, not far behind there in the 8, sitting there in third. Fourth belongs to Rillo right now, followed by T-Dubs, who kind of started towards the rear, but will have a half-second penalty coming up on his Pugo, switching from the Supra to this season.
Pugo is right. Some of the drivers we're missing tonight are Mike, who's a regular in here, and I actually can't think of anybody. Titans make it? Yep, Titans is racing. Oh, Redneck is one. Oh, Snowman going a little wide. Monkey's taking over the lead.
That's right. Monkey does jump up there to the lead. 5 is getting pressured by Cork in the 8 there in that Lexus.
Yep.
The Snowman decided to stay with the McLaren. He did.
He did. I was unhappy to see that from a racer standpoint because the McLaren is really good on fuel mileage.
It is. You can see Monkey took a lead here. Last season, Monkey finished second, just barely to T-Dubs here at Daytona Road Course on a good strategy. So now he holds and controls the pace of the front of the field right now as they get back onto turns 1 and 2 of the Daytona Oval.
Let's see if that Porsche can hold off the McLaren in the high-speed section.
That's right. Got a Lexus back there pushing him. That's 1, 2, 3 in your view. We'll jump back here to T-Dubs. He's marred with traffic here. You got Rick Slick and Cynical both fighting with him here. Still there in 4th place after having that half-second penalty earlier. You see our leaders dive down in there to the bus stop. T-Dubs leads his group down in there now.
Looks like they all hit that pretty well.
They all did. Half-second penalty. Oh, second and a half penalty now to Rillo here in the Mercedes.
Rillo's a new one to the field this year. Doesn't have a ton of driving experience, but he does keep his car clean. A welcome addition to the league.
That's right. We've got Chaos and Redneck Jesus back here fighting door to door. Titans unfortunately finds him and his Corvette way back here in 11th.
Oh yeah, Redneck is in here. Birdman is missing. Birdman and Mike.
And Stu.
Yep, Stu has a sub driver tonight. We'd like B29 to come back and race full time.
All right, there's your battle for the lead.
Somebody was just around.
Did hear something back through there.
I think Cork dropped back to 6th. Cork did a 360. He's getting good at those.
I'm telling you, he is good at that. But he finds himself, in 6th position, following Rick Slick, who's got Cynical in front of him. T-Dub's just in front of Cynical. And T-Dubs and Cynical, look ahead to the season, and this will be a good battle throughout the season between these two guys.
Yeah, Cynical is a fast driver. He's hard to keep up with. In fact, I can't.
That's probably a good thing for 1 and 2, because now T-Dubs and Cynical move up to 3 and 4. The gap is not that large, possibly a penalty there to 3 and 4. That they both got way left there on the exit of the bus stop, but both look pretty good as they go by the timing penalty zone and did not get one.
Yeah, I noticed the stewards were a little loose, or been getting a little loose with some of the penalties in the bus stops. This seems to be maybe one of those nights.
Right now, we're completed 3 full laps, starting lap number 4, and the 6 remains in the lead, flirting with the tire wall into turn number 1. The second place there, Snowman in the McLaren, not looking too bad. The Peugeot, I don't even know. Then the 11 here, he's got such a weird roof, like air intake. The thing is crazy looking.
Yeah, looks like a snorkel. If you say Peugeot the way they want you to say it, it sounds like you're saying it wrong.
Peugeot.
It's actually Peugeot. There's not even an R in it.
Peugeot.
I like it. Peugeot. And he's driving the 11. I'm gonna assume that's not Denny Hamlin.
Unfortunately, it is. Monkey, though, looking good up front. Got a good little gap here to second down the backstretch. And you look back to third, it's about an even gap between the top 4. Cork has battled himself around Rick and got there to the bumper of Cynical in 4th, driving that Red Bull. Not quite sure what car he's in.
Which one is that?
Looks like the Porsche here.
It is.
Cynical.
There's a lot of people in the 911 this year. Rico is also driving the 911. So Dak is another driver we're missing, but he's a part-time driver, and DK was in the clash and is not here tonight. So we could have had 16 drivers.
Yeah, we could have totally.
Yep, 12 is a good field.
And we've got a good battle starting to wind up here up front. Snowman has closed the gap. T-Dubs is right there in third. Monkey's off the track, and he gives up the lead.
That's a tricky. That can be a tricky corner. It doesn't have to be, but you can make it that way, and it looks like Monkey did.
All the way back to 5th as Cork runs off, and he'll go back up to 4th there, Monkey. Cork will give up all the way back to 6th as Rick will find his way back around Cork there in the 8th. Got a good battle back here, though, for 7, 8, 9, and 10 as Titans has finally somehow got back up from 11th to get his car all the way up here to 9th. And now he is on the back of Rillo, who is slick out of there, coming out of the infield in that Mercedes. Now Titans has moved his Corvette up to 8th, and he is in striking distance of B29 there in 7th.
Yeah, Rillo got loose in another corner that can be tricky. Got to be a couple corners. You got to be careful with the throttle.
All right, good battle back there.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, and 10 right packed in there. What's Chaos driving?
Ooh, out to the outside is going to go Titans in that Corvette. Can he make it happen here against B29? Not going to be able to do it. Slips down back in front of Rillo. Now you've got Chaos back there in 10th place trying to make a move happen. Door to door, a little bump there between 29 and real low. Now Titans is down to the inside all the way up to 7th. He'll have that preferred inside entry there to turn number 1. And you look, 7, 8, 9 still right there like that. We look back a little further. You got Redneck Jesus coming through turn 1. Rico now finally gets down into turn number 1. Snowman's still your leader. He'll have Cynical behind him, who has now found himself all the way up to 2nd. And now T-Dub sits in 3rd with Monkey in 4th. The top 4. Oh, Snowman's off the track here. And he'll give up the lead similar to how Monkey did. He'll move back to 4th. And he'll have Cork be able to go around him as they go back onto the Daytona Oval.
Wow. 3 lead changes. 2 of them were Snowman. Cynical's up in the lead, so that is 3 lead changes.
Oh, Cynical did find a way around T-Dubs. We're actually going to use a West Higgins ORV replay on that. That was on the spin. No, he's been up in 2nd. Let's see. We saw him in 2nd way back there, so we'll go back up 30 seconds here. Rewatch all that. Let's see, where are we at here? We're at 10:05 and counting.
Oh, I'm further back. Cynical's still in 1st.
Yeah, no, he was...
Don't know where that happened.
Yeah, really. Must have happened right there, kind of transitioning back onto the racetrack. But nonetheless, it is Cynical who is in 1st. He has T-Dubs right there, though. Going to be attacking, I'm sure, the rest of this course. Monkey was able to kind of take that pass and use it to make up a little bit of ground on the top 2 here. You can see he's really close to these guys as they all shove it down into the chicane here at Daytona. Everybody looking real good coming through there. Here comes Cork in 4th, followed by Snowman in 5th, who's definitely going to get a penalty on that. Used a little bit of the John Deere mowing deck on that chicane, and he will have a half-second penalty. Titans, though, on the other hand, has moved his Corvette up to 6th position, and considering he's not that far off 5th place.
He's not, and 5th place has that penalty coming up. And Titans is in that Corvette, so you know he's moving. Oh, T-Dubs has moved into 1st.
He did. He gets around Cynical here, going into around turn number 1, maybe up the front stretch there through the tri-oval. But nonetheless, it is T-Dub, Cynical, and Monkey sitting 1, 2, 3. Cork a little bit off those 3's pace. In 4th, Snowman has dropped back a considerable amount in 5th after the penalty. And that has Titans. He's coming through this infield section now in 6th, and he can see Snowman up ahead of him. 7th of Rick Slicks right there as well, with Chaos following him. 29 settled into 9th. Redneck Jesus has his car up to 10th around real low now. Rico still rounding up top of our field, getting through this course here at Daytona. But T-Dubs is our leader as he brings us back out onto the oval here at Daytona, and he is putting a little separation between him and those 2 Porsche that are following him in 2nd and 3rd.
Still a good showing out of all 3 of those cars, really. None of those are high-speed cars. So the 911s are rarely in the front on these high-speed tracks, and the what is it? Pugo? Pugo, yeah. Or Pugo. It's a nice car, but not a tremendous amount of speed, about like the 911.
See Court sitting there in 4th, kind of no man's land. Going to grab a half-second penalty from the chicane, though. So that'll just hurt him a little more on that battle up to the front. But now T-Dub's there, and that number 11, he is really putting a little bit of a gap here towards him in 2nd and 3rd. But those Porsche, they are in working together formation, so we'll see how these 2 can use their similar cars to their advantage as they try to chase down the very consistent TWC.
Yeah, and he's got his moments, but he's been pretty consistent here today. So yeah, I'd be lying if earlier in the race I didn't say I didn't thoroughly enjoy watching that Corvette power past that Toyota. That Toyota last season was my nemesis. I think it just drive right around me, so it was nice to watch that Corvette muscle past him. That was about 4 laps ago, but I forgot about it.
Thanks to everybody who's joining in. Please hit that like button for us. Much appreciated on that, because that helps us out tremendously. You're seeing we are going towards finishing 8 laps here, about halfway through lap number 8 with T-Dubs. He's followed by Cynical and Monkey. Fourth is currently belonging to Cork, who has Snowman behind him. There's a decent gap between those two cars, and then Titan. So it's a pretty even gap between 4th to 6th. You can see 7th and Rick is pretty close to Titans there in that Corvette.
Yeah, an interesting gap. Looks like they paired up a couple areas of the track. So this would be where we might see some people starting to pit if they're going to go on the 8-lap strategy. Now, depending on the car, you could do 9 too, and then do 2 pits of 9, and your last pit you just come in, grab 3 laps of fuel and go.
We're looking here at the tire trends now. The right rear on about every car is just kind of leaving the vehicle here at this point, but we'll very much make it through 10 laps of fuel. So that is a good sign for these guys. As guys are down pit road right now, there is the problem with the Corvettes. Titans goes down pit road, does not have very good fuel mileage. Rick Slick will also go down, has less fuel in his machine than the Corvette. I think he's driving that Supra, actually. Or I could be wrong.
Rick Slick is in the 911.
Yeah, I think that's the 911. I see that big skirt down the door.
So we got 4 911s out here.
Yeah, 29's out here as well. He is driving the Supra. Rico out here. I'm not sure what he decided to move his machine to.
It looks like Rillo ran out of gas. He did.
Yeah, Rillo is out of gas, but he is down pit lane now.
That Mercedes or AMG, whichever you want to call it, is a gas hog.
That's a 911 there for Rico as well. I forgot you mentioned that earlier. So yeah, we got a lot of 911s out here.
4 of them.
Yep. Titans is up to 8th as Chaos has not pit yet. Looks like at that fuel he'll have to pit this time. That'll be only completing 9 laps for him. Redneck Jesus, we look at where he's at on the track. He possibly might be able to sneak out another lap on there. Snowman's very dangerous there with the fuel. Maybe only a 9-lap run for him this time. It's going to be real close if he passes pit road this time.
That can work though.
Yeah, it can work. He can make that work. He will pass pit road, it looks to be. So
if
the
you're
top
only
5
pulling in,
past pit road.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
If you're only coming in for your last stop for 3 laps of fuel, that's not going to take too much time. So, Snowman's going again. As are a lot of people.
See, you had Chaos go down pit road. There he is. So that'll allow Titans and Rick and 29 probably all to get around him once his stop is done. So top 6 are going to complete 10 laps here. That's the strategy that you want to be on. The gap, though, to T-Dub's not that large considering how far we are through here, through 9 laps, 9.5. I want to be accurate about it. The 2 911s in 2nd and 3rd of Cynical and Monkey are staying pretty relevant to each other. Cork has kind of just been holding down 4th pretty much ever since he had a couple issues and a penalty. Same thing with Snowman. He had an issue earlier from the lead, and now he'll find himself just holding on to 5th. Redneck Jesus, though, up to 6th now in his 17. Trying to figure out what he's driving here.
He is in the Alfa Romeo 4C.
Oh, there you go. He kind of has that snorkel on top of his car as well.
Yep, I was talking to Redneck Jesus quite a bit during the week.
He goes through the bus stop all kinds of loose. Looked like he was losing it down the backstretch there as we was watching him. Top 4.
He's new to the GT Pro League, so these cars are a little faster than what he's used to. So T-Dubs and Cynical rolling in with nothing.
I think Cynical maybe ran out of gas and allowed Monkey to maybe get around him here. Top 5 all down pit road. We'll see the top 6 taking their pit stops this time. A little bit faster pit stop here for Monkey as he'll have just 1 liter more of fuel Unfortunately, T-Dubs has already started his refueling. And there goes Monkey. So he'll have just a little bit of an advantage over Cynical, just depending on where his pit stop is located, pit box is located here. So let's see if Monkey's able to come back out with that second place. Cork starts to refuel along with Snowman. Redneck Jesus just now getting the tires put on it as refueling begins for them. Titans is coming around. He pitted a little bit earlier, and he may be able to get around a couple guys here, move up a few spots. As Titans, yes, starts to move up. Now guys start to come off pit road. T-Dubs off. Monkey does come out with that second place, but Cynical is right there on the bumper, gives him a good push through the first turn here through the infield out of the pits.
Risky spot for a bump draft.
Very risky spot. The gap, though, to the leader remains about the same. And the same for second and third. They remain pretty close to each other. Cork stays in fourth. I feel like maybe he cut down a little bit of the gap here towards third place. Titans has moved his Corvette now up to fifth position, but did pit a couple laps earlier. So that strategy for that Corvette, he's going to have to find some way to stretch a little bit of fuel to find a couple extra laps to be on the same strategy as these other guys.
He will need to do that, yep. It's, almost wonder if you shouldn't have pitted with him right then, just got the 3 laps and then started fuel saving. Oh, just watch Rillo come out of the chicane, get pretty squirrely. He saved it, but I'll take T-Dubs. You know, he's got a decent lead, but he is not safe by any means. If he goes off the track or gets a set 1.5 second penalty, I think Monkey and Cynical are going to be right there. We're used to seeing T-Dubs half a lap ahead.
Dak says tell T-Dubs to quit cheating. T-Dubs finds himself pretty close to Rillo, getting ready to put him a lap down here through 10 laps at Daytona Road Course. Very slick out of that turn was Rillo. See T-Dubs following him. Monkey still hangs on to second there in his 6 machine, followed by that other 28, I think, is on the side of that.
And which one?
Of Cynical.
It is a 28, yep.
That's right. Cork's up to fourth now here, and he should be in striking distance of Cynical.
He should be. Cork's always got a battle going on the track, usually between his car and the guy in the driver's seat. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he's able to keep it together as he has moved that 8 car back up to the Lexus rather, up into a respectable position since he went around earlier.
Looks like these 911s are pretty comfortable just working together. They're not battling, they're just whichever one's in second, the one behind is pushing. That would be the 911s in second and third.
That's right. Nut to butt, as some guys like to call it.
That is one way to put it, yeah. Rick Slick, fairly new to the league in the 911, so he'll be picking up some speed with a couple races. Oh, what did we miss here? Oh,
Cork is into the inside here. Cynical is going to make a pass for third place. Cork moves the Lexus up to third. Now he's got Monkey in his sights. Good on Cork, though. He's had to be fast. You can look over there at those lap times. He's been, you know, mostly, I guess he's been averaging about a 147 overall. It looks like he's had some mistakes here or there.
Yeah. Looks like he did put down a 145 last time. That's probably how he managed to get up there. Looks like they're already putting a lap on Rillo. T-Dub's already around him.
Yeah, that's right. He did get around Rillo. Now second and third are going to be 3 wide with 12th place here. As Cork's going to take over second from Monkey coming back onto the oval. And now those two will be close together as Rillo will slide down into the where 4th position should be. Cynical somewhere has had some kind of issue, has fallen off Monkey and Cork here through this lap.
Yep, and all 4 of them heading into the chicane. Rillo looks like he's playing it safe.
Yep, lets him around there. Oh, half-second penalty to Monkey here. He'll have to slow down. That'll allow Cynical to close this gap. You see Monkey will go up from 166 down to 147, 20-mile-an-hour difference there through the front stretch just on a half-second penalty. Now you can see how much of a head of a steam that Cynical is going to have coming down into this hard braking zone in turn 1. And now those two are back close together. Cork a little loose through turn number 1, able to hang on to it though. Oh, heard somebody back here. It might have been Rillo. Yes, Rillo is in the wall. He's got guys coming into turn number 1. Not sure how this is going to work out. He gets ahead of them though. He's ahead of Rick and Tottens. Go back here and watch this battle with Rick and Tottens. Tottens has been moving that Corvette up through this field. He actually, off the pit stops, had moved up to 5th position, so maybe something happened to him there. Not quite sure.
No, that turn 1 wall is a punisher. You want to try to cut that thing as close as you can, but if you miss, it stops you dead.
Oh, yeah. All right, we go back up here to the battle for 3rd. Cynical is 1 and around Monkey through the inside here of 1 and 2 at Daytona Oval. Look up to 2nd. Let's see. Yeah, T-Dubs is going to have a decent little lead here. He's all the way through the bus stop before the other guys start it. It's going to be about a oval's turn worth lead here for T-Dubs.
Yeah, T-Dub's pretty hot lap. He just ran a 146.1. If he can keep that up, he's going to be putting, and hardly anybody else is running 146s. See what Cork comes across with.
Complete 14 there. Cork ran a 146.4 that time.
Snowman back.
It's better than his last lap.
That's good. I was gonna say that's good, but it's barely anything.
Yeah.
Snowman back in 7th. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, that's interesting. You see them clearing all the way back here in 7th. You know, we saw that he was in 5th place before the pit stop. Lost just a little bit of time though, but you know, when we look back at Rick and Titans, he's kind of just got passed by them off their pitting strategy, and he'll catch and get back around those guys here in a few laps whenever they have to go back down pit road.
That's true. We'll see guys pitting between maybe lap 16 and lap 18. Well, that would be lap 17. 16 through 18.
Monkey losing 3rd place just a little here. Closes the gap pretty good though into the bus stop. Surgical bus stop for Monkey closes the gap heavily. We'll be in the slipstream of the 3rd place car, Cynical now.
That was a nice bus stop. There's something I was going to say and I forgot all about what it was. Don't remember now. No. It's one of the. It was about Rillo. You know, just sticking it out in this race. You know, he's brand new to the league and he's doing a pretty good job. So
well, we
proud of Rillo for getting in here.
I believe he's finally met some kind of terminal damage. He's out of the race now.
Oh, that's a shame.
Rico will round up last now.
Actually, I spoke at a good time because had I said it before he left, I would have cursed him.
That's right.
Gosh,
He
you think
did
it's
get about
just
halfway through it though.
a thinking curse? Do we have to actually say it? I'm not sure.
I've definitely thought something before and somebody, eat dirt.
Nothing we can do about that.
Nope. You ought to see me last night during that pro race. I was cursing people all over the place. I get on and be like, oh, good run by this guy. Plows the wall.
I did manage to watch about half of stage 2 and stage 3 of that one. That was a good race. In a way.
That was a good race there at Sonoma last night. Anybody missed that? Go back and catch that on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Right where you're watching this spectacular show from Daytona Road Course to see T-Dubs the leader. Cork has moved his car up to second. Now this has been a job for that guy in the Lexus, as he was a pretty good gap behind these guys in fourth position around lap 8. So in 8 laps he has really moved that Lexus up the field. Cynical and Monkey, though, both fighting each other just as much as they were whenever they were in second and third. Now sitting third and fourth. Slick.
Yep.
He's got the top 5 rounded up.
So the Porsche is 345. That's pretty good. Cork he did have a 146.1. He did match the
Slick
fast
down pit
146 lap, but then Cork got a 147 last time, so he was running a faster lap than T-Dubs. Oh yeah. And Slick's on medium tires. He is one of the newer drivers. Still has some of the finer strategy points to work on.
That's right, and there wasn't a lot of wear on those medium tires. I don't know if I would have changed them if I was going to be putting them back on.
Yeah, he could have just stayed right there.
Look back here at 29 with Redneck Jesus, who's now moved up to 9th. Chaos is up to 7th. Snowman has now got his McLaren in 6th. With Titans in 5th. It'll look like maybe might get another lap out of that Corvette. So that'll run into lap 19. And if that's the case, that means he got 10 laps out of this run, I think.
Titans?
I think he pitted on lap 8 or 9 last time. Yeah, went in on lap 8 last time.
Yep. So now he's fuel saving. Probably should have just stuck out to the one. Once you commit to that plan, you really just kind of got to stick to it.
Yeah, you'll lose too much pace just trying to save it. Snowman grabs a full second penalty through the bus stop there, unfortunately. I think Titan should be able to squeeze another lap out of that Corvette.
Oh, yeah. Yep, there's 1 second. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a hurtful one. You can see he's just now climbing through the 130s after that penalty. So a huge... Oh, Titans! Big heavy contact here in turn number 1. Going to be around. You can see the smoke flying off that Racing Soft as he gets over into the dirt trying to get her back going. He gives up 5th place to Snowman there. Gets a half-second penalty to help things. So, unfortunate there for Titans.
And dirty tires on top of it.
Oh, yeah. Just a whole Sunday.
Yep. Going to be dealing with those for a couple of turns.
A little half a cherry on top.
The Cork.
Got 29 down pit road along with Rico now. A lot of guys pitting way early, considering what the strategy seems to be out front.
29, the AC/DC Toyota. That looks really cool, actually.
Yeah,
that's pretty badass.
Good.
On the medium tires.
There we go. Got the the Rico Porsche. Got a lot of cool stuff going on there. West Higgins ORV Bass Pro looking scheme.
Rico is getting himself a reputation with some nice schemes. He's building those. He's painting those himself before every race.
Right. He is doing a well of a job with that. 29 finds himself very close to T-Dubs here. But T-Dubs should be going in after this lap. Not this lap, but next. That'll finish the pit stops for him if he can stay on that strategy. Also, the track will continue to cool down, so this track will get faster as the race continues.
Is 29 driving the 29? He is not. That would make things a lot easier for us. But I think we have somebody driving the 29.
That's right. It is Titans and his Corvette who is going down pit road this time. They're in 7th place. It's Chaos will go around and take that from Titans along with Redneck, who's now up to 6th position. And you can see he's got a lot of fuel left there in that 4C.
Chaos, I don't think we mentioned it. He's also driving the McLaren.
Oh, we got him switching to the McLaren. He drove the RS01 last season there.
Yep, McLaren's a good choice.
Appreciate his windshield banner there, giving Ruthless Racing a good look. Oh, we got one around up here maybe. Nope, just Redneck getting loose through that turn. Heard the tires really yelling at him through that turn. Snowman in 5th again, as we had mentioned off the pitting cycles. He would get back up there. 3rd and 4th, though, these two guys have been right neck and neck with each other. Cynical and Monkey both driving the same machine there. And not losing a whole lot to Cork in the process either. Everything pretty tight right here. Mistake could change these positions. This Cork is around! Man, really cursed him that time as the Lexus goes around here through the infield. Well, there you go.
Did not execute the 360.
No, he couldn't get it all the way around.
Nope.
Cork is not in any threat of losing 4th position, though. It's Rico in 11th behind him. But Monkey
T-Dubs
and Cynical...
is still... T-Dubs is not running away with this.
No, that's what I was going to say. Monkey and Cynical is staying very relevant to that 11 car. Playoff implications? Maybe they were whenever that spin. A race could come back and bite you all the way early on in the season.
Yeah, you never know. I think we're seeing Cynical and Monkey working together. I think that's a smart move if that's what they're doing. They're not pushing each other. They're not trying to make passes. They're just, whichever one is in the lead, the other one's just following and giving draft support. Bump draft support.
And it's very imperative, I think, that these two get together going down the front stretch. You can see we have a good 11 foot per second wind pushing to the rear down the front stretch. So these two working together along with that wind, they could slowly creep their way closer to T-Dubs as he goes down pit road this time, followed by Monkey, who comes in with an extra liter of fuel compared to last time. Cynical comes in on 1 instead of 0, so a little faster pit stop there for Monkey this time as well. T-Dubs, though, up there in that Peugeot, Pugo, whatever you want to call it, he has came in on 0 both of his stops.
There's only an extra liter of fuel, so it's not a ton, but it probably from the drafting from both of those guys. Monkey was leading a couple laps to start that fuel run, and then Cynical was leading a couple.
See, Snowman finds his way down pit road as well here. Top 5 all down pit road. Redneck should find pit road this time as well. Chaos out of fuel way back there in 3 and 4. That's going to be terrible for him.
We see a lot of people run out of fuel in this league. It's everybody. It's not the repeat offenders. We see everybody run out of fuel.
Yeah, it happens. All right, so T-Dubs is out. Monkey is out along with Cynical, kind of in that similar bump drafting situation as they were the first stop. So everybody stops through the top. The top 4 are finished. I think Rick's going to have to make another stop to finish this race. Snowman and Redneck should be easily finishing this race off of this pit stop. I think everybody else is going to have to make another pit stop as Chaos finally comes down pit road. B29 has made a pit stop much earlier. He'll definitely have to go back down. Starting to get real hazy here at Daytona, but a threat of rain is not in the forecast. So just getting hazy here before it starts to get dark. And as
it's probably just that Florida humidity.
That's true too. You can scoop the humidity with a cup down there in Florida.
T-Dubs has extended his lead to where he probably could make a mistake. And
yeah, he could make a lot mistake. Make a lot mistake and hang on to the lead. May have to battle for it, but it's not. It's a pretty good. He's a full 3 and 4 ahead of the second place now. Second and third place. Now, Cynical, though, has lost a little bit here to Monkey as Monkey sits up in second. And it really is, all these guys who made their pit stop just a lap ago, this is going to be strictly racing for track position now. You cannot rely on just beating someone to pit road or off pit road because everybody should be good to go. We got T-Dubs passing some guys coming off pit road here. That's going to be Rico and TKO Chaos. Rico is able to get around Chaos as he's going to be on full fuel and tires here. So we'll see if he's able to make it through the rest of this race.
Yeah, Rico should, well, he should be good from here, right? When did he pit?
I think just now, maybe, just came off pit road. So Rico, Chaos should be good to go to the end. T-Dubs, Monkey, Cynical, Cork should be good to go to the end. Rick will definitely have to make another stop. Snowman should be good to go to the end. Titans, he'll have to make another stop as he's been on that weird strategy. Corvette not so gracious to the fuel there, but he is right there in 7th position. Titans fighting for that 6th spot against Snowman, but it'll really be all for naught if he gets around Snowman because he does have to make that extra pit stop. Titans is on those soft tires. With that last pit stop, he may not have to take tire, considering how little laps should be left whenever he goes down in there.
They look pretty good. He should make it.
That's right. Redneck, I believe, did not take tires on his last pit stop as he is still on the mediums out there. The right rear looks pretty worn, so by the end of this race, we could see that right rear medium tire for Redneck be completely worn.
That's going to be something to watch. The medium tires. They should be able to go 2 fuel runs, but that one is pretty bad, like you said. That's a good looking mobile car too. Almost looks like a classic mobile logo on there.
Welcome everybody to the stream. You see the Great Deer joins the chat. If you would like to join the Ruthless Discord, just let us know in the chat and you can roast deer with the rest of us.
Deer, welcome to the chat, Deer. Wait, I didn't like the way that sounded. Welcome to the chat, Great Deer. And he's announced himself in his usual way. Better than everyone.
Rico gets almost goes into the grass there. Loses a spot to Chaos, finally. First belongs to T-Dubs. And there's 2 cars in between second and third up to T-Dubs, so you can see how big that lead is. But looking through the field, what do you see, Monkey? Oh, Court getting sideways.
Second, third, and fourth are within striking distance, and even fifth, but fifth is going to have to pit again. But they're all within striking. Of course, second and third are. They're right there. Cork is not that far behind. There's still a considerable amount of race to go.
If I do say so myself, this race got darker a lot quicker than it did last season. Felt like only the last few laps were in the dark last season. Or maybe we raced that one in the dark. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. This track is well lit, so it's not a big issue here. You can still see everything. It might even be easier to see this track at night.
Really, though, without the sun glaring up your windshield.
Right. You can definitely see the exhaust fire at night. That's just pretty cool.
For sure. Rick Slick goes down pit road this time. Should not have to take tires. Should be looking just to get enough fuel to go to the end. Goes in with 21 liters. So it should be fairly quick if he were to not take tires, considering how long these pit stops do take. But looking up ahead at the front, it's been about like this in some form or fashion throughout the race. It's Cork in fourth, Cynical in third, Monkey in second, and T-Dub's way up here looking to make a move around ninth place to lap up to ninth place now. As I think Rick might lose a lap here being down pit road. You can see, oh, who is this? Redneck was around right there. We want to give a West Higgins ORV replay on that. 10 seconds back on Redneck. Unfortunate. Definitely saw him get into something here. Could have been that tire barrier. Oh, no, he goes in there just way hot. Oh, it is the tire barrier. He just hits it a little bit, knocks him off his kilter. We had mentioned that earlier.
He's giving that car all it's got.
He does. I've been watching him. He looks like he's loose down the straightaways in that thing.
I drove that car. It's not a bad car. It's pretty good handling. Yep, here T-Dubs is coming up on 29, B29. I guess just 29 now.
Today he is 29. Make sure you spell 20 out.
That is weird. It's not weird. It's interesting.
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
No.
Appreciate B29 though. 24 team appreciates him going out there getting that playoff point and finishing the race.
Yeah. I believe you also got race points.
That's right. Really need the playoff point though to stay relevant in this. It's very hard to get into that top three to earn playoff points from racing. So fourth on back really relies on finishing the race to gain that one playoff point. And those all help whenever you go into the situated round, a playoff round that we do here. And it's all based off the point total. Oh, Rick goes around back here in the infield. Gets back on the track though. Unfortunate for him. That is a badass paint scheme he's got going on.
It is. Everybody's got a really badass paint scheme.
That's right. We'll start taking a look at some of those as we get close to the end of our race here. It'll only be 5 to go when T-Dubs gets us back around in his Coca-Cola 11 machine, the Pugo. But,
the 11.
11. He's got all kinds of words and numbers we don't like. But you have to like what he's doing on the track because he's put on an absolute clinic, not having joined the Clash last week, having to start towards the rear of the pack here for the race, and now finds himself well ahead of second and third, which belong to Monkey and Cynical right here. But don't forget about Cork. He's not that far away from him. These two guys get racing heavy and make some kind of mistake. Something could really happen here.
Those 911s are putting on a show. They're doing a good job. This is not their track, that's for sure.
Doing a great job. You get onto Monkey here. As you see, he's got that Kohler generators, Ruthless inspired 911 going on. We've seen that scheme last season. Looks real good. Go back to the Red Bull machine, the 28 here, another 911. Do you have wings? Well, maybe I do. It's a nice looking 911.
Monkey told me he was going to run a different scheme this week. I guess he forgot to get it repainted.
Yeah, I might see a respray on that come to Trial Mountain next week.
Yeah, I think you will.
Here's Cork. He has always a lot of weird stuff going on. He's got the Top Gear crew on his roof. Lexus Gazoo Racing. I don't know how that works.
That's a thing.
Is it? I thought it was just
It
Toyota.
is. Well, Toyota owns Lexus, so they have their own.
Yeah. That's right. Well, you can see that big RCF there from Cork. Then the HendrickCars.com McLaren, which has the McLaren scheme on it. And oh no, we go over there and he's around into the wall heavy. See
What
how far
the
Titan?
heck?
Yeah, I know Titan's not that far away from him. Let's see if he's able to catch up and make something happen with that as we look on to Titans. He's just been running this checkerboard Pennzoil scheme since he's been here. Big old C on the back. Maybe he'll try to show that to Snowman by the time he gets back up there.
Snowman went further off the track than anyone I've ever seen at Daytona.
I know, he slid off the track to the left and then hit the wall on the right. Redneck Jesus here, Mobile 117. I like it. Got the nice looking Pegasus down there on the rear tires. Kind of a Ryan Newman-esque scheme there with the way the 17 looks. Rick Slick driving the 99 Jockey scheme from Daniel Suarez.
Nice.
Ross Chastain also rides that scheme. TKO Chaos finds himself in the, I want to say this is Kick or something. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but
take
anyways.
a quick look here. I'm not sure. I'm keeping an eye on second, third, and fourth. It's heating up, but I'll let you know if anything gets extra heated.
That's right. And we've mentioned the AC/DC scheme here from B29. A good looking car there. Also got the Liquid Death water on board this Supra.
Nice.
And then Rico's West Higgins ORV Bass Pro Shops inspired scheme here. Looking real good. Even got the Stu radio, which you're listening to right now, on there.
My favorite radio. That's right.
It's on Sirius XM. But nonetheless, we move back up here to T-Dubs, and he's going to be leading us around 3 to go here at Daytona, as I think he's going to have to really lose some tire or just the whole front end of his car to lose this race at this point. Monkey, though, as the flames shoot out of the Porsches as they come down into turn number 1, these two guys are going to be fighting for that second spot. It's been heated all race long, and you know, eventually it's going to come down to a head.
Yep. You work with somebody all race long, but at some point, you go for the position.
Shout out to the 25 car that is it there.
Who is that?
It's Dak.
Yeah, Dak, we wish you could race with us every week.
Redneck wrecks through the chicane. Saw him do that a little bit earlier. Just running through the grass.
That's okay. Redneck's, he's doing a good job. He's practicing. He is getting fast. He's going to be a contender here real quick.
Oh no, Cynical has gotten around Monkey. Not sure where that happened at, but second place has changed. Can Monkey catch up to Cynical here? We're coming down to it. It's going to be 2 to go when T-Dubs finally gets out of 4 and down the front stretch here at Daytona.
Either way, Cork has caught up to both of them.
A half-second penalty smacks him out of the chicane.
Well, there goes Cork.
Yep, the Porsches are back bumper to bumper. Cork's going to have to slow down just a tad here. 163 all the way down into the 140s for Cork there. Still not out of shocking distance, though. As we had mentioned, 2 to go here. It's going to start heating up between Monkey and Cynical. The battle is right here, so we'll keep it on there. Oh, Cork comes in there hot. Heard the tires hollering at him. So he's probably over pushing it, just trying to get up there.
Cynical and Monkey still working together. Monkey was pushing him down that straightaway, trying to put some distance on Cork, I'm sure.
Ooh, Cork getting loose through there. He's got a lot of racetrack to make up some ground, especially if these two Porsches start getting door to door. Cynical has created a little bit of a gap here, as he's going to have a little bit of slipstream maybe from that B29 car up ahead of him. Going to have a couple lap cars that seems to be ahead of our battle for second, third, and fourth, as Cork is continuing to close the gap. Even off the half-second penalty, he is very relevant here to Monkey in the 6. Cynical's trying to find a move out on the outside around B29 here in 10th. That's going to help Monkey, though, that he drove door to door with B29 instead of working with them down the backstretch here. It's going to be very interesting to see T-Dubs. He is well ahead of these guys coming out of turn number 4. Down through the chicane this time, goes second and third. We're keeping an eye on this battle. It's going to get crazy, I do believe, as we finish this race. But T-Dubs will come out of 4 and take the white flag here at Daytona. It's 1 to go, presented by Skew Car. Go find
right,
Skew Car on X.
And YouTube, I believe.
That's right. You can find them on YouTube. Not so much over there much anymore, but still stuff over there.
Monkey and Cynical still working together at this point, trying to get away from Cork.
That's right. It's a big battle here for second, third. You see TKO Chaos and Knoth just ahead of these guys. He's trying to just probably fighting for pride there ahead of these guys, but he knows that's a big battle for position behind him. We might see him get out of the way. I don't know. Yeah, he's a little left here through this turn. It's going to allow door-to-door with Cynical. That's going to help Monkey out here. But also, don't forget about Cork. He is right there, and this is the last lap. Cork is known to be a very fast driver. He can keep the 4 tires underneath him as he'll dive it hard down to the inside here through this very sweeping right-hand turn through the last part of our infield here. Cynical, Monkey, Cork, all right there. It's a battle for second position, all in all. 5th place is belonging to Snowman, as he has got a good little lead there ahead of Titans. But as they come down into 1 and 2, heading towards the bus stop, got a little bit of separation between the 3 of these guys from 2nd through 4th. It's T-Dubs. Oh, we got Redneck Jesus around in that chicane again as T-Dubs goes around him, and he is in 3 and 4 for the final time here from Daytona. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are all this close as they go down into the bus stop. Everybody looks pretty good through there. No penalties, I do believe, as T-Dubs is coming out of 4 for the final time. He will take the checkered flag and be your winner from Daytona. But the battle for 2nd is still heating up. Here it is, 3rd and 4th between Cork and Monkey. Will Monkey be able to stay on the podium here, or will Cork just ruin his knot? The draft is heavy as they're coming up to the last part of the line. They're door-to-door, 3 wide for the freaking 2nd place. I believe Cork got 3rd. He did. He finishes ahead of Monkey just barely at the line. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. What a race there at the end as the draft brings them 3 wide at the line. Cork just able to sneak ahead of Monkey and get on the podium here. Man, what a finish there. Redneck, 29, and Chaos all finish a lap down or so, along with Rico. He will as well. Snowman's coming into the bus stop in 5th position. Got a good gap on Titans. Titans to Rick is also a pretty good gap. I think these guys will finish 5th, 6th, and 7th respectively. Man, what a race there at the end for that 2nd place position.
Crazy. After that many laps to be that close. What a race. T-Dubs, usual fashion, had a pretty good gap. That 2nd, 3rd, 4th finish was crazy. And Snowman getting back up to 5th, pretty impressive, because he was dropped quite a ways down there, then wrecked, went about a half mile off the track, and still managed to get 5th. That's pretty good. And Titans mixing up his strategy halfway through, getting a 6 is good. Rick Slick, new to the league, great finish. 7th, Redneck, new to the league, great finish. And who am I missing? We ended now 29, good job. Chaos, Rico, everybody did a great job. Rillo, great race today.
That's right, great race here from Daytona. Next week's going to be just as good. A track at Trial Mountain. A lot of tricky turns on that one as well. Should be no threat of weather at that track either, so it'll be interesting to see how that all works together. 30 laps as well. Might be catching that stream on Tuesday next week. I got some things going on Wednesday. Won't probably allow that to happen, so we'll try to stick it out there on Tuesday before that Legacy Series race takes place at in the trucks at Homestead. Anything you want to leave these people with, Monkey, before we go?
No, just a great race. I mean, I think that race spoke for itself with T-Dubs, taking home the win. Not a dominating, I mean, it was a dominating performance, but not T-Dub dominating where he was, half a lap ahead, and that second, third, fourth finish was crazy.
Yeah,
Kind of want to just leave
absolutely.
it at that.
Yeah, really, it did speak for itself. So, yeah, that'll be it for me and Monkey. As always, thanks, Monkey, for doing this with me. Sorry for it being a little late this week. Had some things going on with vacation and stuff. But I think you're going to have to catch us Tuesday next week, everybody. So make sure you tune in and catch that race. And then it'll be the Legacy Series after that with Hollywood. And then Thursday, the Pro Series is at Richmond. So make sure you tune in for that one. It's always a good race there at Richmond. But without further ado, thanks to Monkey and everybody who makes this possible at Ruthless Racing. Rock on, race on, Ruthless Racing.